Chapter 5. The Dead Rise. The night the Ashen Crown was claimed, the sky cracked open. What should have been a victory for King Edric Dainmoor became a nightmare. The ruins of Elderspire trembled, and from the broken stones, dark mists slithered like a living thing. The children of the night had waited for this moment. The war had not just been a contest of kings, it had been a ritual, a sacrifice of blood to awaken their dark gods. From the graves of the fallen, warriors of the past clawed their way to the surface. At first, they were mindless husks, twisted by dark magic. But as the night wore on, they became something more strategic, intelligent, an army commanded by an unseen force. The Revenant Legion had risen. Chapter 6. An Uneasy Alliance. With the dead marching, Liora the Red Wolf received an unexpected emissary from Edric Dainmoor, seeking a truce. It was an offer that would have been laughable days before, but now, with entire villages vanishing into the night, there was little choice. The Council of the Living was formed in the city of Greywatch, where Edric, Liora, and surviving Marin loyalists gathered. Old grudges ran deep, but the urgency of the undead threat could not be ignored. It was there that a spy brought shocking news. Prince Alric Marin was not only alive, but he had a force of exiled warriors in the west, ready to march. The rightful heir was not ready to fade into obscurity. Chapter 7. The War of Light and Shadow. Armed with fire and steel, the combined forces of Dainmoor, the free tribes, and Marin's exiles marched on Elderspire. The fortress was no longer a ruin, it had become a citadel of darkness, with the Revenant Legion standing guard. The battle that followed was unlike any before it. Steel could wound the undead, but they did not die easily. Only fire and magic could put them down for good. The warriors of Aldera set the battlefield ablaze, forcing the creatures into the light. The battle raged for 3 days and nights, and many great warriors fell. Liora the Red Wolf was mortally wounded, but with her last breath, she drove her blade into the heart of a revenant lord, sealing its fate. In the final hours of the battle, Prince Alric and King Edric fought side by side, storming the inner sanctum of Elderspire. There, they found the true master of the Revenant Legion, a spectral figure, cloaked in shadow, bound to the Ashen Crown itself. It spoke with a voice like grinding stone. The war was never yours to win. You are all but pawns in a far greater game. With a final effort, Edric Dainmoor shattered the Ashen Crown, releasing a wave of golden light that banished the darkness. The Revenant Legion crumbled, their spirits finally freed from their torment. The children of the night were vanquished, but at a great cost. Epilogue. A world reborn. The battle for the Ashen Crown had ended, but the battle for Valdera's future had only begun.